know what they say. Keep it balanced. Keep it cute. But baby, my balance, it comes from above. So step light. Hold your head high. We gon' praise and still look fly.
Yes. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I love my intro song because I'm a beat person. I'm Creole. I'm a beat person. I like it. Doom, doom. I like that type of stuff. Okay. So he listened. He understood the assignment. Shout out to my little bro, JB. What's up, sissy? Yes, honey. Mixology. Y'all better get into it. 99. Okay. Anywho, this is your girl Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. The horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy Kensiata, happy bar mitzvah, happy anniversary to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice. And you know I'm the Oprah of the what? The smooches. So mwah. You get a smooch, you get a smooch. Everybody gets a darn blasted smooch. Now, y'all know I get emails, right? Okay, so one of the posts from an email said, go here. So I followed directions pretty well. So I went to a certain spot and it said, you cannot worship God and smoke weed. And I thought this is a great topic. Let's talk about it. And thank you for sending me there. I think that's why you sent me there, because you wanted me to talk about it. Y'all be shady. Y'all be sending me stuff. Y'all be shady, boy. I tell you, y'all shady boots. Okay. What's up, sissy? It's my other sister from another mister. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay, so let's get into the things. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, Okay, I cannot make a blank statement like that. That you can't worship God and smoke weed. I can't make a blanket statement like it. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, and yeah, we're not gonna be on here long because I got to go see my heart doctor today. After a whole year, I gotta go see him. Um, but I have a friend. She's in the ministry like I am. Okay, actually, we do the same thing in the ministry. She's in a whole nother state. My friend was hit with cancer. Okay, really, really bad, and all the medication that they gave her did not help her at all. So she smoked a joint and her pain went away. And so she let it be known on Facebook once. She was like, y'all, all the medicine that they give you when you're a cancer patient and stuff, she said, it didn't help me. I've been over here crying and suffering. She said, my brother gave me a joint. She said, and against my convictions, I smoked it. She said, I don't have no pain. She said, so y'all can talk about me all y'all want to. She said, but until you walk through my shoes, I don't care what you think. So that right there opened my eyes to a little bit more than what I was raised up and trained to be. Okay. Now, people argue with her over that. They was like, God will heal you. You should have just waited on God. And it's easy to tell. Wait a minute. My auntie says it's easy to tell a single person to wait on God when you got triceps and biceps laying next to you. Okay. See, my people's real. Okay. She's like, don't roll up on no single person telling them to wait on God. Did you wait on God? She said, now I don't think everybody should be out here, giving it out of both dry legs, but that's kind of insensitive. So anyway, so my thing is this. Now, as far as the herbal and natural remedy of it, we are not supposed to burn it. And I'm coming from scientific, natural. Okay. You're not supposed to burn it. You can put it in like something you're cooking, something of that nature, but it's something about when it gets burnt, it does something totally different to what's it, the molecular structure of it. Okay. Where as potent as it would have been, it's not anymore. It takes away. And these are from, told y'all, my herbal teacher was Dr. Sabi's pupil. Okay. And so I'm getting this from another one of his pupils. When we had a little thing, we was talking about weed one day. Okay. I'm always up there with the people that's teaching, baby. How can I teach my people if I ain't even up there? Okay. But anyway, I would not make a blanket statement like that. And when I tell you this person, I don't think they was looking for what they got, but they got, baby, when I tell you people went 10 toes down, and one person put, are you talking about the same guy that left us in slavery for over 400 some years? You talking about that one? I was like, oh. And then somebody else said, are you talking about, uh, it was something else. And I was like, dang, they are giving it to this woman. Let me say this. You really can't make a blanket statement like this if you ain't got no because like Sissy said, our seed bearing, God gave this for seed bearing plants. You know what I'm saying? That is so true. But you can't make a blanket statement like it if you're gonna take Tylenols. You can't make a blanket statement like that if you're gonna take the vaccines. Remember 2020 when COVID happened and everybody was like, stick me, stick me, stick me? You can't make a blanket statement like that if you're going to take your kids and get their shots that they get as often as they get them. The measles, the mumps, and all of that. So we got to be very, very careful when we make a blanket statement like it because there are other things that can prove that that's not true on your point. Now, nothing should alter your mood or your behavior. That's where we get into a sticky slope. Okay, like there's nothing wrong with a drink as long as you don't get drunk. See how that's a slippery slope? Because a lot of people when they drink they want to get drunk, then you already behind the eight ball. Okay, uh so shouldn't nothing alter your mood and your mind? Then that's where you get into like trouble. It shouldn't, you shouldn't become a whole totally different person when this stuff happened. That's not what it's for. Okay. Um, Let me see what y'all saying. We can actually stop seizures and help with. I believe it. I believe it, Charlie. I believe it, babe. I really do believe it. Everything isn't for everybody. Right. I get it. And that's what it was I eventually typed and sent my response. Like I told the person, I said, I told them the story of my friend and her cancer situation. And then I said it's kind of hard to make a blanket statement like that, especially if you're going to still take the vaccines, if you're going to still take a Tylenol or Advil when you're in pain. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. So, like I said, I wanted to come on here and talk about that real quick because I'm like, this is a good conversation because many of people have fell out over this. It's a whole lot of families that's divided by this thing right here because you have people who say nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. But again, they'll reach for a Tylenol with a headache, or they'll reach for some Advils or some Aleve, or they'll go to their doctor for some pain medicine if they having chronic pain, autoimmune disease that gives you chronic pain. So you really can't, we got to watch what we say because especially the people of today is much wiser than the people like the kids of today. They much wiser than the kids of the past. You know what I'm saying? Like these kids will actually tell you that's not true because Chat GPT said, and then when I Googled it, it said, you ain't ready for that. These kids they got other resources that me, some of my friends, some of our kids didn't have. And the Bible even states that each generation becomes wiser. Each generation becomes wiser. Moderation is key. Gluttony is right. And that right, gluttony, overeating. Okay. We don't like to talk about that one. But that's a sin too. Overeating, you full. Your hips done spread it 40 going north, your stomach bigger than your ass, and you still want to sit and eat. Not a half of a pizza, not even 3 slices. You want the whole large pizza. And then talk about some breadsticks and some wings. If you don't sit your gut up a country butt down, even when you go to buffets, yes, buffets, you can keep going back, pay one price, you go back, you go back. However, you still have to have some decorum and control when you go to buffets. Show me how a person eat at a buffet, and I'll show you somebody that don't have no control over their life. I promise you. Because a lot of people, even though they can keep going back, they may go back once, but they ain't gonna keep going back. Okay? Let me see. Gluttony is the habitual excess, indulgence in food, drink, or material pleasure. Right. So yep, I wanted to uh none of my kids have seizures, praise God. But if that was the one thing that could help them, I wouldn't hesitate. Because who wants to see their child in pain? My mama can't stand to see me in pain, and I'm way grown. I'm grown. I'm honey. I'm double nickels. That's how grown I am. But she know with this autoimmune that I got, it's autoimmune disease I got, and that fibromyalgia, baby, they kick my butt. If one don't kick it one way, the other one kicks it another way. Okay, I'm just saying. You never know which one gonna show up. You be like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good today. I can line dance a little bit, and all of a sudden your body go, and you go, oh man, you could barely move. So now one of my sisters, she had cancer, and the medication that they give her just didn't. It kept her sleepy all the time. It kept her doped up. She couldn't do nothing. She couldn't function. She couldn't run her business. Nothing. And so she actually got some type of weed or something from the dispensary, and she does good. She does good. I ain't gonna say where she went to get it, but she made a trip out of state, you know. And now we got dispensaries here in Kentucky. I wouldn't trust the stuff. That's just me. But when you in pain, and you hear me say that now, right? That's why I research my herbs, because I have found that if you got fibromyalgia, Padiorco, it actually helps with fibromyalgia. They even got it listed. It also helps with MS, and it also helps with lupus. You know what I'm saying? What's so funny though? Let me take a sidebar. You can tell people, you can help people. You can say, you know what, this right here helps with this. And people will say, well, let me research. But the doctor can come and say, here, take this. And you supposed to be taking that because you got a element. Let me just use fibromyalgia since that's me. You got fibromyalgia, and this is supposed to help that. But then it comes back with all these warnings. May cause joint ache, may make muscles tender, may make your knees hurt, may do this, may do that. Well, that's what I'm coming to you for. Why would I take something that's gonna constantly do that anyway? What's the sense of it? You see? And I'll be like, and even if you buy it, and I keep telling people, at least try it. They got it in tea, they got it in supplements, they got it in tinctures. Pick your flavor. If you like tea, get it in the tea. Drink a cup of tea a day just to see how your body feels. What's no harm, no foul. Take a chance on you. And that's what I decided. That's why I do me. If because the doctors are experimenting on you, catch that? They really are. Their creed don't say heal. You better read that when you go in your doctor's office again. That plaque on the wall, it don't say nothing about no healing at all. Okay? Am I anti-doctor? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I ain't stupid. Mm-mm. But when you can do some things on your own to improve your quality of life, why not try it? What? Partiaco at the most with shipping and handling is going to be, unless you got an herbal store in your city. With shipping and handling, it's going to be maybe altogether $12. Okay? Especially if you're a Prime member, it's going to be $12. And I would try it and see what is, what the flavor is, what the flavor is. So I wanted to say that. I wanted to say that. Now, okay, since we talked about that, let me go up here and get this other one real quick. Okay. Okay. You ready? Here we go. Ladies, I'm in need of advice. I met this guy recently on a dating app. He's cool. We vibe. He's a widower. He's consistent, etc. The problem, he literally has a horse in between his legs. I'm in my early 40s, a few years older than him. I have never in my life experienced anything like it. I couldn't even stay wet. Okay. I said quit, but you know what I'm saying. 2 days later, I'm in pain. I'm considering ending things. Any advice? Can I tell y'all that the way that these people, okay, now this is the one. This comment right here is what did me. Okay, because y'all know I teach on herbs, right? So this is the comment that did me. She said, try slippery elm or okra water. Teach him to please you, not hurt you. Introduce lubes. Don't end things if option. Discuss wasn't communicate and still didn't work. Okay. So I asked her, I said, child, I teach on herbs, and I nowhere in the history of niggerdom have I ever heard the slippery elm is good for sexual gratification. So you got to give me that one. Okay. So yeah, and of course people start laughing. I'm like, cause I ain't never heard that one. Let me see. If there was a problem to have, I guess this is the best kind. Okay. What else? Hold on, y'all. I swear, I don't know what to say sometimes with these questions. Okay, so but what do y'all think? I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. What do y'all think? Is it a good problem to have? Is that a good problem to have? You know what I'm saying? He seemed like he's into her. She seemed like she's into him. Seemed like they get along great. The only problem is she's not used to somebody that big, and everything. And maybe he's not used to controlling it. Because a lot of times men with big penises, not trying to be funny, and all my church people don't get rid of me. Men with big penises a lot of times don't understand how to control it and how much power that they have. Okay. Uh okay, baby. Okay. They don't understand how much control that they got over their manhood, and they just, not all women are the same. A lot of times, them young girls be like, "Give it to me, daddy." They don't care. You can be across the street, and that's how long your penis is, and they want it all. But an older woman or a more mature woman, we like, "Hey, check this out. I still need to use this, so we're gonna have to come up with a way for you to get yours and me to be in pleasure, and I still have my uterus, okay? Because yeah." So, there's a way to do everything, but I get it. But it all don't fall on the woman trying to tell him, that he's hurting her. A lot of it comes with discussion. A lot of it comes with discussion, and everything. So yeah. To me, that's a good problem to have, okay? Because she could have been saying on the flip side, he got it and don't know how to use it, and she could have been frustrated that way. Now that way, that part. I know, sissy. Look, let me tell you, true story. Oh, okay. I ain't gonna say his name, but true story. I used to have a boyfriend, and that man. My goodness, I used to think he was Kendall Kuta Kinte because that man was so well endowed. If you get what I'm saying, okay. But good grief, y'all, he was in special ed. My God, today he was in special ed. I'm like, now, mind you, I used to be a dominatrix, so teaching people it's not a thing to me, but good grief, I reckon. I didn't want to teach him. You're supposed to already know. You're supposed to roll up on me and be like, girl, I'm going to rock your world. Okay? I mean, quick ejaculation, all the things of the things. And that would frustrate me so, so much. Oh my God, I remember my frustrations. They used to frustrate me so much. Ugh. He was a sweet man, did anything in the world for me. Because unlike some of y'all, I don't date men that don't do for me, that don't treat me like I want to be treated. I'm serious. Some of y'all do, but that's a whole nother story. But I mean, just as sweet as he want to be. Like I said, honey, sometimes I be done forgot my paychecks. Like I used to have this thing. I would go put my paychecks in my drawer because hey, I ain't got to. I got a man that's funding me. You feel me? So I remember several times. When I say several, I mean several times. I would look in my drawer and be like, "Shoot, I forgot to cash this check. Oh, I got 2 days. Let me head to the bank." Yeah, So I would call. He would call me and say, "What you doing?" I'm like, "I'm out to my other apartment." Yes, I had two apartments. Mind your business. I said, "I'm out in my other apartment." He's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "But I do want to go out. I need an outfit." Anyway, so my point is, he had all the good attributes. He just couldn't, my God, today, baby, three good pumps. And I mean, three strong good ones. Like, it would be over, over. And you talking about frustrated. You talking about mad. All the above, man. All the above. Hold on for a minute, child. It's my son. Oh well, he went into his apartment. I was trying to tell him about us some Krispy Kreme. Yeah, I know with the lights on. When their lights on, it'll make you hurt yourself. So I got some Krispy Kreme. I was gonna tell him he could have the rest of them. He'll be up here. He'll stick his head in the door. But y'all, when I tell you, mm-mm, three good pumps, it was over. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there, player. Be like, no, But that's you know what, y'all? I'm at that. Okay, let me say it. Y'all know I'm a widow. Okay, so I'm single. All right, and I'm just now this year ready to start dating again. Okay, and everybody keeps telling me, girl, you need a young man. Says who? Like y'all know, I love my old men. I love my older men. I do. It's just something about they suave. They know how to carry themselves. We can have some conversations. If I did date somebody younger, they would have to be no younger than 47. I'm serious. And I don't want all that street stuff now. Mm-mm. And that's it. Because I'm gonna tell you, I had a younger guy that lied to me to date me, because he knew I did not date young guys, so he lied. And at the time, the way he talked, he got a voice like Barry White. No lie, that's how deep his voice was. He was 6 something. Well built, looked good, everything. So I'm like, okay, okay, I'll give him a try. Because for the first times he was trying to holler, I wouldn't even look at him. And so I did. And when I tell y'all that that's the one that almost took me out of here, okay, that stalked me and all of that. So yeah, them young boys, when they get connected to me, even the old ones, I can't even say just the young ones. That's why I'm very careful, because I know who I am and what I got. And yeah, people don't know how to just walk away. That's not funny. I'm sorry. Baby, my own husband told me, "You think you getting rid of me? Something wrong with you." He said, "I'm so serious. If you think you getting rid of me, something wrong." He said, "Baby, don't push me." And he wasn't abusive at all. But my husband looked me in my eyes and told me, "You shouldn't have never connected with me." Yeah. Lord, today, let me see. You need someone who can get it up, keep it up. Okay. What you said. What you said, sissy. Because I can't get pregnant. That's a good thing. Uh I y'all, all the things are the things, okay? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. So yeah, but I felt sorry for him. And I don't know if he's conquered it or not. I don't know if he's conquered it or not. But it used to frustrate me. We be in that, man. And like I said, okay, he gonna last this time. He gonna last this time. The third pump and fourth one was over. And he would just let it go. I'm sorry. That's your fault too. That's your fault too. That's your fault too. Cause man, it shouldn't be that good. It just pull it out of me. Which he's telling the truth. Yeah, pull it out of you. Anywho, but yeah, that was a question, and so that was a legitimate question that she asked and everything. But I hope she don't break up with the guy if he's doing everything else, and that's the only issue. Sometimes we got to teach them. Okay, we got to teach them how to hold back some, how not to give it all in one time, and all this and stuff. Just like I was somewhere, I was in somebody's chat or something, and this guy said he don't taste the rainbow down there. That he don't get the juicy fruit. And I told him that's against the law. That's against the law, bruh. I don't know what woman deals with you in this day and age, and that's not even a part of the conversation that we're gonna have. Now we're gonna talk about that up front. When that time and stuff does come, do you taste the rainbow? Because if not, we can kill this conversation now. Hmm I'm saying, sissy, I swear. He said, I forgot whose chat that I was in, and that person was like, he don't even eat. Say who now? I was offended. I was like, oh, dude, that's against the law, dude. Ain't nobody told you that. Shh. Black men used to didn't even tell you that they did that. They didn't. But when a lot of us black women started going elsewhere, getting with our vanilla brothers, because our vanilla brothers told us what they did, how they did it, and how they was gonna do you. Black men start saying, you know what? I might have to let her know. Yeah, I do that, and I do it well. That's what kept a lot of black women with black men. Let's get that straight. Y'all ain't gonna agree to it, but it's true. Cause for a while, our black brothers used to say they ain't do it. That was nasty. They ain't do it. That was nasty. And white brothers was like, "Come on over here, girl." And vanilla brothers like, "Come on over here. Let me show you something. Let's show you something." Mm-mm. So let me see. Okay. So yeah, but like I said, I wanted to have a conversation. Plus, even speaking of that, a lot of men who have premature ejaculation, they own medication to help them last longer. A lot of them have what is it, prostate issues, and that's another part of premature ejaculation. So you can't say that people can't take, you know, even though that person said weed, I'm just saying drugs in general because some things some things you just gotta do. I had a roster tell me he doesn't do it, but his reasoning was solid. It wasn't my man, so I didn't care too much either. I know that's right. I know that's right. One of my cousins, that this is what I don't get her. She's my little cousin, but I don't get her. Let's just say May of last year, she broke up with a guy brother, man. We not kidding. He just been around our family so long we call him a guy brother. She broke up with him, got back with her first husband. Okay, she was married. She got back with her husband. They started dating, planning they remarriage to get remarried. Keep it in mind. They got remarried in August. By September, they was divorcing again. Then she started dating somebody else. That didn't work. Now she got somebody else talking about this man understands her, he sees her. That's what you said with the last four. But okay, whatever, boo. I'm starting to think you don't know you. Because how you going to go through all them type of situations? I mean, you just spent a whole lot of money to get remarried. And when I tell y'all they spent money, we talking venue, we talking invitations, we talking going to get the dress, the tuxedos, all of that. Y'all redid all of that. Y'all spent over a certain amount of thousands of dollars that both of y'all could have kept. You both could have kept. And I'm like, now you with somebody else and come find out he's African. And I'm like, that ain't gonna end well because most of their traditions is way different than ours. You know. Now maybe he got money, because her mama, I used to tell her she was one of my sheroes. Her mama, see, I thought I was doing something, when I was a little younger and everything. And these men was, taking care of me, giving me money, paying all my bills and all this and stuff. Honey, my auntie was taking flights. Get into that. She was taking flights. They was paying for hotels, flights, everything. She come back with thousands on her. She was taking flights. I said, when I grow up, I used to want to be just like you. But I just hope she get it together and everything. I hope she gets it together because you looking for something. And I don't think you know what you're looking for, which is a shame. It is a shame. I don't think you know what you're looking for. I really don't. Okay, so let me say this. Tonight, I think I got a live schedule for later on today. And it has to do with the two girls found in the suitcase. And I want to also touch on we're going to talk about mental illness, but I also want to tell you all, I think fathers are necessary. Real fathers, not just men who make babies, okay? And from the looks of it, this guy has been looking for his kids for 6 years before this all happened. So we're going to get into that because a lot of you women don't think, the daddies are worth anything. When you got a good father, okay, your kids got a good father, a lot of y'all get mad because he don't want y'all no more. He found somebody else. So now you got to make him suffer by not being around the kids. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that, okay? So, anyway, I do got to get ready to get out of here and go to my heart doctor to make sure everything is still ticking correctly, which I already know it is. But nevertheless, I ain't had to see him for a whole year because I took my matters in my own hand, okay? But I'll be back a little later, and we'll just go from there. But remember, no matter what the test, always do your best.
From Kentucky to the world, it's the season of the scale. Creole butterfly, spread them wings, girl. Yeah. Born to shine, leave a balance in her soul. Creole roots deep, got that heart of gold, yeah. Butterfly in motion, grace when she fly. Every room she step in, the stars multiply. Dr.Creole, wisdom with the style. That Kentucky vibe, make the world smile. Energy, crown sitting high. Royal leader season, can't nobody deny. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Smooth with the talk, yeah she.
And this particular tune is by the one and only The D-Ham Show. The D-Ham Show 310, The D-Ham Show. So if y'all want your own personal tune, please go up under his video and let him know and how to get in contact with y'all, okay? The first one was for JB, Long-Winded. This one right here is from The D-Ham Show, all right?
She cornerstone, butterfly wings, transformation form. She lifting up hearts with the words she say. A Libra queen guiding us all the way. Hey, Kentucky pride, rhythm in her vein. Creole fire running through her name. She walk by, the whole crowd sing. Long little queen, let the bell of love ring. Yeah, butterfly, don't you slow it down. Dr.Creole in the royal crown. Balance in the spirit, love in her hand. Libra queen, ruler of the land. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Yeah. So spread your wings, let your soul